Hi, welcome to your channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I'm your host, Dr. Mohar Ghosh, and I'm back today with another awe inspiring story. The inspiring story I have for you today is about Captain Shangara Singh Mann of the Indian National Army or Azad Hind Fauj, raised by Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji, as he was popularly called as. Captain Shangara Singh Mann is perhaps the only officer and soldier of the INA to be awarded two gallantry awards, the Sardar-e-Jung and the Vir-e-Hind. Both these gallantry awards were pinned to his chest by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose personally at Rangoon. Inspiring. Before we go on to this inspiring story, let me share with you a brief about this channel. We started on Facebook in 2015 in a private by invite only group, and today in that group on Facebook we have 845 members. On WhatsApp, additionally, we have another 190 members, and on YouTube, which we started in May 2020, keeping in view mankind's ongoing battle against the infamous COVID 19 virus, we have over 515 members today. Our mission is to change the thought patterns of the present and coming generations so that they live by the eternal human principles such as respect, integrity, honesty, diversity, and to ensure that they live in line with these human principles. Living by these human principles is the only way to permanent success. Ignoring these eternal human principles may be a shortcut to success. Success will come much earlier, no doubt about that. But it is a slippery path and you are bound to fail in the long run. If you follow these eternal human principles, success is surely going to be delayed, because these human values and principles take time to be recognized. A person of human values and principles gets recognition in society slowly, but it is permanent. The success once achieved is permanent and eternal. So you have to make a choice how you want to be recognized in society. Whether you want to adopt the shortcut to success and then be on the slippery slope to failure, or you want to achieve success by following these human values and principles. Success may be delayed, but it is sure to be permanent in nature. Join us in our mission by subscribing to the channel and sharing these videos with your friends and family so that they too are inspired to live by these eternal human values and principles. Coming back to our story about Captain Shangara Singh Mann, Sardar-e-Jung, Vir-e-Hind. He was a company commander in the brigade of Colonel Gulzara Singh of the INA or Azad Hind Fauj as it was called, of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Following orders by Netaji, Captain Shangara Singh Mann proceeded with his company to Assam, which was 1770 kilometers away from Burma, Rangoon. They survived by foraging and without food for 15 days. They reached Assam carrying a machine gun and 12 bombs, in addition to other guns and ammunition which they had. During their engagement against the British Army in Assam, Shangara Singh Mann and other soldiers were exploring the area looking for British camps when suddenly they were attacked. Captain Shangara Singh Mann leapt into the bushes and started firing back. His friend got martyred, but Captain Shangara Singh Mann did not lose hope and courage and continued to attack the British soldiers. He managed to kill 50 British soldiers and injured another 36. He received a bullet wound in his leg but did not give up hope and continued to engage the enemy. When the British Army called off its engagement against Captain Shangara Singh Mann, Captain had to limp back with his injured foot 5 kilometers over uneven grounds back to his camp. There, he was carried by his men for over 57 kilometers to the nearest hospital. He developed a permanent limp because of delay in attending to his injury. When he went back to Rangoon, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose untied the shoelaces of Captain and pinned on him personally the two Gallantry awards, Sardar-e-Jung and Vir-e-Hind, in person on his chest. He is perhaps the only officer and soldier of the INA to win two Gallantry awards. Post that, he continued his engagement with the British India Army, continued to fight against the British India Army. However, he was captured in 1945. He was imprisoned by the British and tortured. He was made and imprisoned in a place where he could only sit and stand. He could not sleep because he had killed so many British India soldiers. He was tortured on a regular basis. When he was put up for trials, along with other officers and men of the INA, he was ordered to be hanged. However, during the INA trials, many British Indian Army soldiers revolted against the British, and the British was forced to leave India. This was one of the major reasons. During this movement, the British India Army tried to undertake an encounter against Captain Shangara Singh Mann by taking him to attack, but Captain Shangara Singh Mann escaped. When India was partitioned, Captain Mann was forced to leave his hometown in Pakistan and immigrated to India, but he was kept under close watch and guard by the then Indian government, as it did against many Azad Hind Fauj soldiers, and he was denied his pension. Captain Shangara Singh Mann moved on to Baroda and lived in relative obscurity. He was denied his government pension and died in penury at the age of 92. Because He was a patriot of the INA and of the country, a soldier of the INA. He was viewed by relative suspicion by the Congress government, and he lived in such penury, poverty, that he could not even educate his children. He died at the old age of 92 in poverty. Friends, such patriots and many other officers and men of the INA were ignored by the Free India government, and most and many of them died in poverty and lived in poverty. It is a sad fact of Indian politics. However, it's time we gave recognition to gallant officers and men of the Azad Hind Fauj who played an important role in Indian independence. To hear such stories of the INA officers and men, I request you once again to kindly subscribe to the channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant. I am also a firm proponent of the concept difference to one, which means not all of us, due to our economic and social conditions, can make a difference to many people in our lives. But yes, in these infamous times where mankind is facing its biggest challenge against the COVID 19 virus, I request you to follow this concept of difference to one and make a difference to one person in your community. Doing so will go a long way in mankind's battle against the infamous COVID 19 virus. I request you to follow all government norms and remain safe so that you too are a COVID warrior. Till we meet again with another awe inspiring story to inspire you. Good luck, all the best, stay safe.